I can tell you in whole life, I don't remember I ever hit him.
Since you still insist the violence is not happening, right? I've gotten consent to show you what he has drawn.
Okay.
He drew
Okay.
the moustache to represent you, and he drew the weapon.
Okay.
And that, to him, was the stick used to hang clothes.
So on base of these things, you people decided to take
Okay, maybe I show you something else instead. Maybe you would like to think about this lah. I'll put it right out there. This is his drawing of you and Madam.
Okay.
Subsequently fighting, subsequently in jail.
So he know jail.
Yes, he does.
Hello.
I protect children.
When I talk to
When
children,
they may be unsafe at home.
And then I'll find out what has happened to
I'll
them.
find ways to help
To make it safe for children.
so that they do not need to feel confused.
Scared?
or worried.
So I keep you safe, okay?
As child protection officers, our priority is always to keep the child safe. And sometimes this will involve giving bad news, devastating news to the parents. Unfortunately, Child Protective Service had to remove their son at birth in December 2017. At that point, the couple was not really engaging with Child Protective Service. For 10 months, it seemed as though they were avoiding me. So even for their infant son, they had not seen their son since his discharge from hospital. It was quite confusing to me because what was it that I had to reach out to the parents to even get them to reconnect with their child. So working with them for about 1 year and 9 months, and I think this particular meeting is going to be the most important one yet.
Salam dia, cium dia, okey? Dia dah duduk dengan kita, okey? Dia dah datang balik tau. Who's that?
Tengok siapa tu?
Who's that? Oh.
See? Who's that?
Oi.
So nervous.
Today we brought our kids from the previous marriage so that our son won't feel so nervous or awkward to be with us.
Hello. Hello. Kita tengok anak kita tak?
Hello, mommy. Hey, come. You might be sleepy. So I think, like what I mentioned previously, he might be having some difficulty adjusting. So try to learn about more of his routines. This one is his bag.
Okay.
All his important documents are inside now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barang baju sekolah dia semua.
Baju sekolah all also have.
Okay.
Yeah, so we packed everything lah. The remaining formula also, and the diapers as well. So when I get to tell parents that they've been doing well and that we are actually looking at returning their children, these are the moments that we rejoice. We've brought in a lot of his favorite toys also from the previous foster home. So we can use that to help him situate at home.
Sure.
Right, like this one, you can ask your father to fix the leg.
The leg.
Baby no leg.
Baby, no more leg. Right? Even while she was pregnant, there was ongoing concerns of the violence, which is why upon the child's birth, we had to take him into state care.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's
Come. Sayang, come.
Okay, come, let's go.
The turning point was when they actually showed up for a meeting.
Which way do we go?
So there were a lot of fears that coming forth to engage with CPS, to talk to CPS or talk to me, they would hear bad news saying that we cannot reunify their child. I made it very clear to them that, you know, I'm going to work with you. We need to work together.
Okay, close the door. Okay, thank you, sayang.
Jadi dengan anak Sherry tu adik ke bukan?
Ha?
Adik ke bukan? Bukan. Tapi kenapa terlebih nama bapa pada bukan anak? Bapa sama, mak je lain. Okey. Dah ya, betul kan? Actually, during my wife got pregnant, we had a fight lah. So during that time, we are both going through depression, divorce, no place to stay, all that. So after she gave birth to the child and the child was taken away, we then realised what we have done. We just try our best, go for counselling. Until today, we are now grown up lah. When we fight, we learn how to talk, not to shout, not to be violent or what. So after we make all the changes, then finally, this is the time for him to come back to us.
A lot of people would think that the work ends when a child is taken out of the family to be placed in out-of-home care. But on the contrary, actually, that's where the work begins for Child Protective Service. In the intervention team, we hold a caseload of about 1,200 children.
I just miss my kids.
Remember just now I talked to you about uncle?
Like anything that stresses you out, like finances or work.
以后如果搬回去一起住的时候，可能事情又会再发生。你有什么样的想法？
I just try to open what I thought. So now, I don't know. I need to talk to my wife.
Okay.
We have to come in to work as fast as possible with the family on how to reunify the children back home.
So today you just got released. How was it? The whole morning?
The whole morning is mostly spent on waiting. Just sign the discharge papers, wait for the CMB officer to hand over our urine cards. When the incident happened, I was at home, putting him to sleep. Then they knocked on the door. So the both of us got transported inside a van.
She's a single mother, so I've noticed that she doesn't have much support around her because mum had the child out of wedlock and the family was disapproving of it. When he comes over, we'll probably also need to make sure that the toilet is also like safe for him to use, like whether if like slippery, got mats or those that kind of thing. You got any other question?
No.
After her release from prison, she has plans for this house to be for her and her own child to stay in the future.
Hello. Can I come in? No! Okay lah, bye-bye. Hello!
Now I have 2 hours with my son every 2 weeks.
So climb higher, climb higher.
The starting of the sessions, he barely holds my hand, but nowadays he always holds my hand and always tells me what's going on at school, what's going on at home. So it makes me feel that he trusts me.
They're closing. Then your mommy also coming, you know? Your mommy? Your mommy coming, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, it's exciting to finally, like reunite back with my son after so long.
I think for younger children, they're also at an age where they're starting to build the attachment with the family, and we also don't want to keep them in the system for too long. So I think the pressure is that we are working on a shorter time frame. So how is he with you so far? Like, is he able to recognize you?
Yeah, he always like to tell me his foster brother is going back to his mommy already. Then he did mention that I also need to go back to my mother. Then I said, you know who's your mother? I said, you lah.
Ah, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
But then we also hope that you'll be able to continue to go for your regular urine testing. Yeah. And that one, we also can also get a better idea of how you are adapting to the community lah. Because we also know that previously there were issues lah once you came out. Yeah. So we also hope this time is a different step, and also you're able to sustain it lah. This is the second time mom is out of prison. We have spoken to mom that if this doesn't work out, then the child might possibly be placed up for adoption.
Now with adoption is serious. You won't be able to meet him anymore. He won't know who you are. If I really want him back, then I have to start here. If not, then I might as well give him up from the start, right?
Can I come in?
Yeah, it's exciting to finally reunite back with my son after so long.
But then we also hope that you'll be able to continue to go for your regular urine testing. We also know that previously there were issues lah once you came out.
If I really want him back, then I have to start here. If not, then I might as well give him up from the start, right?
Time is really not on our side. We normally try to close a case within a year or two so that we do not leave the children in limbo for too long.
How from 1?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11.
No，你们不可能一年又一年，一年又一年，始终很长了。你们再1年下去啊，我的孩子已经10多岁了，不要叫我妈妈了。倒不如我不要生一个人好。It's 7. Yes.
I just got transferred this case a few months ago, but this case has actually been with us for 4 years. The older boy, then 3 years old, actually was brought to the hospital by the parents. The injury on his head was actually so severe that it was a flap on his forehead and it actually required 2 follow-up surgeries thereafter. The account at that time was that the boy was playing in the room alone, and then when he came out of the room, he already had an injury on the forehead. So whether the injury was actually inflicted by an adult, right, or whether the child actually accidentally incurred the injury while he was playing by himself, this will still raise concerns over his safety. Since I got the case, there's actually been a change in the family circumstances. They have actually gotten a BTO rental flat for themselves. We hope for them to be able to keep the flat safe for the child. So this should mean that there should not be too many hazards around that will pose a safety risk to the child. Currently, we are allowing them to have the younger child home on a weekly basis.
Where's your place? Go to your place. Okay, go to your place. 你的臭 baby.
来
Where's your 臭 baby?
躺下来。
臭 baby, 快点 lie down. 嫁了了。哦，OK，然後媽咪嘎嘎 come，拜拜。Come。outside 個嘎嘎。
乖乖宝宝睡觉
小心給他
觉，
罵。
他们就
很
要
難聽。我跟你講，在新疆你很難哄他睡的。
嘎嘎来了。
哦，在新疆我真的很慘，在新疆不會睡的。哦。還有，what are you doing? I don't count. I ask you to sleep. 要不然我捏屁子啊，再不睡觉，我气死了啊 ！Please 啦，罗龙啦，睡觉嘞！哎呦，要不然我真的要抱你回旧家才睡啊！OK，say 拜拜就拜拜。
拜拜。
Let's go，say 拜拜就拜拜。
拜拜。他们就是要回去旧家睡，然后明天早上再来这里了。我不行，我也不想回去旧家，因为他的姐姐等一下说，哎，你怎么在家里？你没有做工，然后就跟我讲说房子这么乱，怎么住？发脾气咯，骂人咯，打人咯，就这样子咯。然后我以后我也是不要管他了，以后。他要打孩子，我们搬到这里来住，打也打不了了，骂也骂不了了。
Because of the chaotic family dynamics in the old household, right? The house is not in such a good physical condition.
我大兒子跌倒送入醫院的時候，就是他們不允許我住在這裡，就是講我家裡很多危險物品。這樣真的連人都不方便走動，有時真的很難去整理的時候，就是有時東西會倒下來，又怕等一下打到孩子，就很擔心啊。
你有新家哦？
對。
可是你就常常回來舊家，為什麼？
有一個感情了啦，始終住的在這裡20多年了。
A lot of times parents will tell us that they really want their children back, but then we will see that their actions do not tally with what they're telling us.
So we at Intervention, we are the team that takes on parents who are very challenging, unable and unwilling to work with us. A lot of things they have to unlearn, and that takes time. It's not easy.
Thanks everyone for coming down today. So I'm Wei Jing. I'm the investigation officer who was in charge of this case. Yeah, so the case is currently in the process of being transferred to intervention officer.
Yeah, so I'm Sakshi from intervention in child protection.
So I'm KG from intervention unit as well.
Jackson,
It's a returning case and there are multiple professionals who have been involved for multiple years. We thought it would be good to have a case conference right at the start to make sure that everyone is aligned on the plans.
Come. Sit here. You take picture, see? Okay, sit here. Okay, you sit here. Come this side. Okay. Okay, you want to see your face, right? You must sit properly, I cannot see your face.
We'll just go through what investigations findings have found out first. One of the main concerns is actually the harsh physical punishment on the children. The other thing is the neglectful parenting. So the parents have left the older two boys alone at home over the June holidays for a period of 1 week. And then the last thing will be the exposure to family violence. I think mother and father, they do get in physical fights quite often, involve throwing things.
You all have been giving them interventions in terms of like safe and appropriate parenting, right?
Yeah. But I find it's not very effective. A lot of arguments, conflicts at home. We always have to stabilize mother first. So like we find it is very difficult to reconstruct or try to change her narrative.
I should know, right? If I've endangered the children in any way, they say that the children complain. Okay, my children have lied before. There are many times they have lied. There are many times, sometimes when they say certain things, they want the attention. I mean, I was very sad and disappointed that they've come to this stage because they didn't want to talk to me or didn't want to express what they're feeling.
So after they finish the investigations, then it comes over to my team. So I really work with the family on a longer term basis. My main job is to make sure that the children are safe, right? And then that you can have more access with the children. So meaning more time with the children.
I don't think so. The case was so big that you've taken the children away.
Okay.
Yes, even going to childcare, he's blackmailed. And there is no abuse, whatever.
Maybe I'm just going to be very frank about this. So he says that he doesn't want to go home because he's scared of being hit.
I think this is you just making up the stories.
So sure, of course.
So now what happened, like, you know, he's scared of being hit by me. I can tell you in whole life, I don't remember I ever hit him.
Since you still insist the violence is not happening, right? I've gotten consent to show you what he has drawn.
Okay.
So maybe this will make you understand why we are very clear that these things are happening lah.
I think the challenge in the case is they are denying that the harm happened. They are disagreeing with child protection, re-entering their family.
For the top two adults, I drew the main figures, I drew the faces, and he drew the moustache to represent you, and he drew the weapon. And that to him was the stick used to hang clothes.
So on base of these things, you people decided to take children
away. Maybe I show you something else instead. Maybe you would like to think about this lah. I'll put it right out there.
Usually we may not do this because there's a worry that the parents might blame the child for revealing such things to the child protection officer. But for this case, we felt it would be important for the parents to see for themselves because they were disbelieving of any accounts that we might share on the children's behalf.
This is his drawing of you and Madam subsequently fighting, subsequently in jail.
So he know jail?
Yes, he does.
I think you teach him. I don't think so he knows.
Okay, so of course, I'm telling you already.
Okay, I know sometimes it can be painful to hear, it can be painful to see these drawings as well, but at one point they are saying these things, they are drawing these things, so something is there, right? Which we all want to work together on. And I mean, as the parents also, right, you don't want the kids to feel like this at any point. But I think what is clear right now is that this child needs support.
真的有很难去整理的时候，就是有时东西会倒下来，又怕等一下打到孩子，就很担心啊。
你有新家吗？
对。
可是你就常常回来住家，为什么
？A lot of times parents will tell us that they really want their children back, but then we will see that their actions do not tally with what they're telling us.
哎，你好，你现在方便聊一下吗？
就是我们有在他脸上看到一些淤伤啦，对不对？有没有发生什么事情可能会造成那个淤青嘛，对不对
？OK， 完全没有事，因为我礼拜天他回去的时候，我有帮他冲凉，也有检查过，他说根本没有受伤哎。
那我昨天其实也有就是去跟他见面，就是他自己好像也不知道是怎么发生的，我有问，可是他并没有说有任何事情发生。
So basically the bruises were actually noted on this part of the child's face. I immediately felt very worried because there has been a past pattern in which we have also noted injuries on the child, and the previous CPOs also had to address the injuries with the parents.
我也有问他啦，就是跟你回去过夜怎么样？他其实也蛮开心的，然后他有说他想要继续回去过夜这样。好， 所以这一次就是我们先把这件事情记录下来啦，然后接下来就是我们就只是要提醒你，就是记得就是他过夜的时候要小心注意他的安全，好不好？然后就是像之前那样，如果他过夜的时候有刚好就是受伤，因为什么原因都要让我们知道，好吗？所以我们可以调查，然后可以针对那件事情，就是看可以怎样避免以后同样的事情再发生啦。OK？
The children have a strong attachment to the family and they actually really enjoy spending time with the parents. So I think what tugs at my heartstring for this case is how to balance this fact that they cannot return home, but yet to maintain this family relationship that they have with the parents. So ultimately, right, we actually decided to continue allowing them to have the younger child home on a weekly basis.
Wow, she's amazing.
是会有一点啊，为什么每次一发生事情，你就是先怀疑到我这边来，不是说先怀疑叔叔阿姨？
哪里撞到啊？不易。
有人笑。
哪里撞到？
Tell Papa what happened to your face. Papa want to know. So Papa can tell the Zeh what happened to your face.
When I run home, Papa, Mama, home, Dad, Father.
It's Sushu Ayi house or Papa Mama house?
Papa, Mama house.
You go run on my house 咩？
有吗？我家里都没有事情。
我好像没有带你去 playground 哎。你叔叔阿姨有爸爸妈妈。所以我就再问他，他就不肯讲了，所以我也不懂。Saya, stop that, please. Later you slide down and bump on the window 啊。And you got blue black again 啊。
你不要这样子哦。
Don't do that. Don't step on the horse. 我们又再多一个罪名，
我就会担心这一点，希望就是不要再跟我玩了，希望可以快点回来。你们要我有新屋，我现在也有新屋；要我有什么，我现在也有什么了。我已经算朝你们的目标走近了。假如你们再这样的话啊，我真的在你们面前自杀也好，怎么样也好，我就是不管了，因为我始终已经崩溃了。
You know what I brought today? You guess. Your favorite lah. You like to eat this one, right?
Oh, I know. I got a big one. That's mine. Yay!
This one your toothbrush. Of course, I want all my kids to come back. I've been fighting for all of them to come back. But even though I tried very hard, every time the response is, oh, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. And nothing is good enough for them. Fat noodles. Oh, that means the same one I'm going to eat. It's the same one that I bought mee goreng, the fat one. No, you don't want to eat. But then that time he never.
So it's been 2 months since I've gotten this case.
I better put your name as Leonardo, right?
The parents continue to maintain that the reports that we have gotten are false or fabricated or influenced by other people telling the children what to report.
This is his drawing of you and Madam. Subsequently fighting, subsequently in jail. So he says that he doesn't want to go home because he's scared of being hit.
I think this is you just making up the stories.
They start coming to me and saying, oh, your children complained this, few months ago, this thing happened. So I say, what, few months ago, you remember what you eat few months ago? This is ridiculous. You talk to daddy? Huh?
Yeah.
Talk to daddy. Daddy want to talk. Come. Talk on the phone. Come here. You don't want to talk to daddy,
Yeah.
We are continuing with supervised contact at this point because we don't want to facilitate contacts that would be unsafe for any of the children. And at this point, we have concerns.
What happened? Come here. What is this fella playing? What? Come here. What's the sit here? Why you remove your shoes after that?
So I've observed the 4-year-old to demonstrate certain signals to show us that, he's escalating. It could be through him being louder.
Don't shake the table.
Or him throwing things at his brothers, or being upset to the point where he's screaming and it's being quite difficult to calm down.
They told me he's misbehaving. So I said, in Singapore, what? My son is the only one who misbehaves? There's no other children who misbehave?
Most 4-year-olds, it's not very common for them to attack other people or want to hurt them. Could be that he has witnessed certain things that have been traumatic for him.
Aren't you not also giving psychological abuse to the child? Because you are separating the child from the mother. And then they say, your husband and wife are quarreling. So I say, what? In Singapore, no husband and wife quarrel?
So that's what we're concerned about also. We tried to tell parents, like, for a child so young to learn something like that, it's not likely that, he's learning it from school. I straightforwardly asked them, so where you learn how to hit people from? Both boys, so say, mommy and daddy. Yeah, correct, because they fight at home. So this is something that was a bit surprising, because usually children won't be so able to clearly state such things.
No. Why you disturb him? Don't disturb him. Okay, come. He has to go.
Don't shake the table.
What happened? Come here. Faster sit here.
For most 4-year-olds, it's not very common for them to attack other people or want to hurt them. Also could be that he has witnessed certain things that have been traumatic for him.
So in cases where parents are unable or unwilling to change, we will actually shift our focus to build the child's resilience up. We will work with the child.
So even though Child Protective Services involvement is intrusive for this case, it was necessary.
Miss Husky brought something for you. Do you remember the cube that last time you made about your feelings? Remember the cube this one? With all your happy emotions and all that. Do you remember? Can you show me how you felt when you were with your siblings? Careful. Was that how you felt? What was that feeling? I heard from Miss Sakshi, who was there with you, correct? That some things happened. What happened during access? Fighting. What happened?
Fighting with my brother. Angry.
For a child to continue to be in an unsafe environment, as the child grows older, the child will continue to engage in such behaviors to resolve any conflicts. And it will continue to impact him through his different stages of life and his relationships with others around him.
Usually, how do you feel when your arms become like this?
Yeah, punching.
You want punch and all that. Why do you want to punch people? How come?
Because when you get angry, you will punch the people.
Yeah, because sometimes when you get angry, you want to punch people, correct? Yeah.
But you have to say sorry, not punch.
Yes, very good. It's normal to feel angry, okay? But it is what we do with this anger that is important, okay? So if let's say Miss Hafi feel angry, is it okay for Miss Hafi to punch somebody?
No.
No, right? Because let's say one person angry that you hit, then the other person punch, then everybody fight, right? So what you should do is, right, you imagine when you feel angry, right, you feel that your arm, your fist become very hot and very red. You squeeze them as hard as you can. Can we try it? Imagine you are feeling very angry. You squeeze it. You breathe in. You squeeze. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Feel all your anger in your face. You feel it, you feel it. So angry. Okay, then we breathe out. Then we slowly feel our anger going out from our hands. And we're going to do this and we're going to shake.
The 4-year-old's really at a stage in his life where he needs the adults around him to also support him. The adults need to understand how to help him regulate and then support him in doing that.
Okay, we try putting water in
Put
this
water
one.
first. I think we have to put that one first and then
this one first,
later.
then we try that one after that. Okay.
Now,
I put one.
should we put water now?
Okay. Shake first.
Put some more.
Put some more.
Put some more.
Okay.
Because today.
But you have to ask him to open.
Can you ask me suction nicely?
Open.
Please
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, I close for you?
I need golden.
Ooh, blue and golden.
Please open.
Okay, thank you for asking nicely. That looks nice.
After you finish this bottle, right, you're going to bring it home, and then this is going to be your calm down jar. So next time when you feel angry, I want you to shake the bottle. And I want you to look at all the glitter slowly turning around. And then I want you to find all the little circles inside. And I want you to use that. And then you will slowly calm down and become less angry.
Something that we see for the child, which is quite promising, is that he's able to remember certain emotional regulation tools that we've introduced to him. And his frequency of using physical aggression, so whether it's in childcare or in the foster family, it's been noted to reduce.
Good job. Yes.
We do believe that parents do not suddenly wake up one day and decide to be bad parents. Sometimes they're so stuck in their ways of doing things, so we have to show them different sides through their children. You know, the positive changes when children get to experience in a different environment.
Currently, we are allowing for them to have the younger child home on a weekly basis. We hope for them to be able to keep the flat safe for the child. So this should mean that there should not be too many hazards around that will pose a safety risk to the child.
阿布依，起床了，哎，喂，起来了，来，妈妈在外面，哎，起来了，哎，嗯，哎。
起来了，小鸡鸡起来了。叫什么
97。
94。
哦，94。
失智症啊。
94。226。
226啦。做6天2量哈。
Hello， 请问你们 ，Hello， 请问你们是要聘请洗碗员工？你们是靠近哪一边的？玉郎溪，是几点做到几点呢？哦，帮我5点做到几点？是晚上9点啊。OK 了。5点到9点工钱怎么算？7块1个钟哦。哦。OK 啦。你可以send那个地址给我吗？那我明天再过去。可以谢谢你。嗯。刚刚有一个是披萨的吗？
什么啊？那个？哎，你很挑剔耶，这个不可以，那个不可以。哎呀，艾薇，他比萨，你会英文吗？这个先东先西，
起来了，
先东先西。所以做你老婆啊，谁都要去16楼跳下去。
呀，
这份工作这个我不保留着啊，我就把你从这边丢出去。 我要养我的4个孩子，还有这2个猪。
For these parents, right, there are really many issues that they need to work on. They're not able to keep a stable job. They also have difficulty maintaining the physical state of the household. Another of our big worry is the parents' ability to supervise the children.
不爱睡对不对？一起来，哦，别管啦，你自己要大人就不要对人家发脾气。Hello. You see. What are you doing? Go to the window there for what? 这几天我们就是有努力的在找工作，现在好不容易我老公找到一份洗碗的啦，已经做了大概2个礼拜多。我已经经历了很多呢，就是在清理我家里的东西，可是没想到又收条小天的 message 说他要来家访，关于小儿子的问题，就是有一点失望，有一点担心啦，会有什么事情发生哦。
你好。今天其实主要想要跟你谈一下，就是小儿子的事情啦。最近就是寄养家庭有在跟我们说啦，就是孩子其实在家里的时候，他有时不开心的时候，还是发脾气的时候，他会说一些不是很适当的话。所以可能包括 I will kill you, I will hit you， 然后还有讲过 I will jump down。然后其实就是想要问你说，你其实有没有想法说他为什么会说这样的东西？
也没有什么想法嘞，这么小的孩子突然会讲这样的话，有一点惊讶咯。因为我们从来都没有在他面前这样讲过。
所以你是觉得说你记得的，你们没有在他面前说过这样的东西？
从出生到现在都没有在他们的面前讲过。
可是其实我今天也是要跟你讨论的是，就是其实我们有听到一些，就是收到一些报告啦，就是其实在他回来跟你们过夜的时候，他其实自己有亲耳听到你说过这样的话。
在我们家里倒没有，因为我们都很少吵架，
完全
都没有机会吵到架。
有没有可能一时情绪上来有说过一句或是怎么样子？
没有，
都没有。
好的，
因为你也知道说，如果有这样的情况，如果他继续的话，那我们都有说过，其实如果那些规定没有办法遵守，我们就要重新探讨孩子过夜的情况，是不是还是可以回来，是不是还是这样的时间，还是我们可能要间断。OK， 所以真的要你多想一下，多注意一下，好不好？
没问题。
OK， 可以。
突然小天讲。我家里有人讲，连我就也不知道，就是在想是不是自己有讲到这句话了。Ouch！ 不要抓我啦，小宝贝。Ouch！ 就是会觉得有点内疚了，好像有时做的东西就忘掉，又想不起来，等人就会觉得反感，所以是真的有一点很内疚啦，不是一点才是真的很内疚。有时就是很难控制自己的情绪。
For the children now, they are really well taken care of and they are happy where they are staying. And this is something that we cannot be sure about with the natural parents, which is why we are making the decision for them to continue staying where they are.
老实讲，我回想到来现在 MSF 插手进来也是比较好啦，因为本来那时我照顾大儿子到3岁都不会讲话，直到去到 MSF 现在。他已经会讲很流利的英文，连小儿子大概1岁多就会走路，又会讲话，是真的有进步了，比较好一点。现在长大了，也比较老了，看到自己的朋友孩子在身边，就是有一点羡慕啦，就希望可以改进自己，可以做一个比较好的妈妈来照顾自己的孩子咯。以前会很生气，说希望可以让孩子快点回来。现在呢，就希望给自己一点时间啦，2年过后才带孩子回来咯。
So in the work that we do in Child Protective Service, actually we create the opportunity for the parents to be the parent they want to be. Really, the work is on them. The parents have to realize that they have a big role to play.
had a bad addiction before, so I trying to convert it to a healthier addiction. It really does have to start with myself. If I am not stable, if I am not in a good lifestyle, or I don't have a proper job, then it's very, very hard for them to give him back to me.
I think the road to recovery is not an easy road. She knew that she wanted to be back with the child. She realized that, okay, she can be independent. I think the turning point for the mom would be she found a house by herself. She went to apply for her job by herself also. There's a lot more commitment from the mom. So I do have high hopes for the child to return back to mom by the end of this year.
You want to shoot me with a gun?
He's growing bigger every day, so he will start to understand why he's not home with me, and there will be a time he will question why I need to leave him with another family.
Our goal is to reunify our children as soon as possible. I think our success rate has been quite encouraging. More than half of these children actually return home and remain safe in their parents' care when we close the case.